I without proof, and that's obviously hearsay. There is competition between Canada had one of the first programs. The U.S. has the EP5 program, which is a residency program. So yes, there is competition on those, but as time evolved, and you look at all the islands now, and you look at Malta, and you look at it, it's grown beyond.
Yes.
And therefore, is it a targeted thing against St. Kitts and Nevis? I don't know. I can't say. All I can say is we have corrected our steps.
Okay.
All right. Mm-hmm. Now, I know we're coming to the end, but I would like to to quote something from the Prime Minister, which I use in a lot of the presentations, and I think it's really a good message. And the Honorable Prime Minister Timothy Harris said, "I need not remind you that citizenship is a special connection between a person and a country. As a proud people, we cherish our citizenship. We want those who are fortunate and privileged to obtain our citizenship to have an enduring, productive, and positive relationship with St. Kitts and Nevis. We invite them to help us make our beautiful country a prosperous country, which has now become theirs, also by bringing new skills, further investments, and they must be of good character and repute. We aim high, and we want the most discerning citizens to help us reinforce the platinum standard." So in other words, you're not just purchasing a passport, as some people say. Mm-hmm. You're investing in your future and the future of a country that you choose. So, that's the message that we are sending out there. Stay on point.
Okay. Yes. I had a question. We still have a few minutes.
Okay.
Can applications for citizenship be lodged with the CIU?
They must come through a service provider.
Okay.
Okay. So, with the strategy of implementing an international marketing agents, the international marketing agents must send that applicant to a service provider.
Okay.
All right. And then that comes through.
Sure. And another question, for example, places like Malta, I think that their CBI program is probably privatized. Am I wrong or am I right?
No, Malta is run by the government.
It's run by the government.
It is run by the government. They have outsourced it to a group, Henley and Partners actually, to get it up and running and make it efficient, and then they're taking it over. So, yeah, in countries where you want to kickstart the program or you are starting from scratch, it makes sense to have somebody like a Henley or whoever else be part of it, because there are regulations to change their forms, there are constitution things. It's a big effort.
Okay, but there's something I want to get at, a question, and it's: should CBI programs be run by governments, or should they be run by private companies?
I have a personal view on this, and my personal view is that it needs to be close to the finance minister. I think as a revenue generator, and this being one of the biggest revenue generators, it should be. But there has to be an arm's length away from that decision making. And this was one of my recommendations under the previous administration, that I found that, for example, the appeal process was something that I felt needed to be a little away from the decision makers there, and to be able to give it that independence and transparency.
I think one of the wise things is that they can't vote. Because if they could vote, the program will have been about looking for votes.
Well, no, you're getting into an area that I don't get involved in.
Okay, but could you outline again before we leave, for example, what are the benefits of economic citizenship?
Again,
For those who-
the economic citizenship to the country is significant. As we know, it's foreign investment. It creates opportunities, jobs. You look at range, the Park Hyatt, which is going to open in the at the end of the first quarter in 2017.
Yes.
And you look at the potential opportunities that's going to bring for employment in the country, and has brought for the country in terms of development. So yes, it has that. But the benefits to an applicant would be security, security blanket, being able to travel a lot, being able to offer alternative education options for their children. And I think that's an area that St. Kitts and Nevis can also tap into, as we look to alternative options for our program.
So maybe I can apply to Malta. I'm just kidding.
Well, do you want residency or do you want citizenship?
Mr. Khan, I want to thank you so much for being on our program today. It has been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Really having you. I know that you wanted to come on this program for quite a while, and to let people know what is basically happening with our Citizenship by Investment program. A program very old, as you said, started in 1984, and which has generated a lot of revenue for St. Kitts and Nevis in terms of, and that revenue has really helped in the development of the country. And so it is special to us, and we want to protect it.
Yep.
And you are the man
who
has been charged with protecting it, promoting it, making it into something that is better for all of us.
Well,
quite a task indeed.
I appreciate the thoughts, and as you can see, I get very emotional and passionate about it, because it is something that I want to see the country get back to its status in terms of this program.
Yes,
and I think it has a lot to offer, and in parting, I do want to make a shout out to the team at the CIU. They have worked hard.
Yes.
Everyone in the unit has done a fantastic job. They've all stepped up. They're all showing a level of professionalism, a sense of urgency as we move through the challenges. And they all know the volume is going to increase again. We are at a good level of consistency, but they are ready for the challenge, and they are stepping up. So CIU team, thank you very much. You guys are doing a great job.
Okay, there we have had it. We have had Mr. Les Khan, who is the new CEO of the Citizenship by Investment unit, the unit that is basically involved in the management of our Citizenship by Investment program. You have been listening to Working for You. I am your host, Lesroy Williams. We want to thank all of our listeners today. We want to thank all of you who called into the program as well. We appreciate your participation every week. Remember, tomorrow we have a rebroadcast on Freedom FM from 7:30 to 9 a.m. and on Von Radio from 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. Thank you for listening, and have a good day.
Working for You. A weekly talk radio program which highlights developments of national interest and the activities of your St. Kitts Nevis government. Join host Lesroy Williams as he presents news, views, reports, and interviews about everything regarding the activities of the Team Unity government and the building of our communities and the development of St. Kitts Nevis. Tune in and call in to interact with your government and share your views regarding the upward forward development of your community and our beautiful Twin Island Federation. station. Working for you ears weekly, every Wednesday live from 1:30 p.m. to 3 p.m. on ZIZ Radio, Win FM, and Sugar City FM with rebroadcast on participating stations. Working for you.